Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Maurice Bishop. I want to share with y'all this game. This is actually one of my favorite games that I just really love, man. I could watch this game over and over again. It's actually with Janishi Bai versus Ding Liren. This was back in like 2017, and I'm telling y'all, man, to this day, man, this is still one of my favorite games, and I just want to share it with y'all. And this is, I'm telling y'all, this is a crazy game, man. I really love it. Janishi Bai was he played as white, and Ding Liren played as black. And if y'all know Ding Liren, man, he is like man, he is a tactician for real, man. That dude is an attacking player, man. I love watching his games, man. I just love it. Um, but without further ado, let's actually get started. Janishi, he actually played D4. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. All right. Janishi played D4. Ding played on knight F6. C4, E6, knight C3, bishop B4. As you can see, this is um the Nimzo Indian. But once Janishi played knight F3, this is now the three knights variation, Nimzo Indian. Um, Castles, bishop G5, H6. I'm sorry, not H6. C5. Try to break in the center. Pawn in E3. C catches D4. Queen catches D4. Knight C6. And of course, in this game, he does go Queen D3. But what I wanted to point out is most players, and especially grandmasters, play the Queen F4 move due to after Bishop captures C3, B captures C3, H6, and then pawn H4. Obviously, taking that bishop will be poison. For instance, H captures G5, H captures G5, and now black is gonna be stuck. Like moves like maybe 98 and then queen h4, and there's no way he could stop this mate right here. Even if he does try to go pawn f6, he still got g6. So this is just one of the variations though that I see a lot of players play. But without further ado, let's get back to this. Um, Janishi plays the queen d3, and then of course Ding played h6, bishop h4, d5, rook d1. Getting his rook into action. Pawn g5. Um, this move, man, this is Dang, I'm telling you, man, Dang, he likes to attack and everything. And I know a lot of y'all probably thinking of, what about maybe knight catcher g5? Like for instance, let me show y'all something. Knight catcher g5, ace catcher g5, bishop catcher g5. Uh, that's not gonna really work because he can always play bishop e7 and everything, and I don't know, maybe moves like e4 or something. Uh, maybe knight catches e4. It's not gonna work though, because yes, the queen would like to come here, but after knight catches e4, he's I'm sorry, y'all. Um, this knight catches e4 is defending this square right here, and then of course this bishop is already attacking bishop g5, so it's not gonna work though. It looks good, but it's just not gonna work. All right. All right. So what I want to say, so bishop h4, d5, rook d1, g5, which I already gave y'all that variation. All right, and then bishop g3. I don't know why I keep coming down to this. All right, here we go. All right, bishop g3. After that, well, after bishop g3, knight e4 comes in, and then knight d2, and then knight c5. All right, so this is what Janishi played. He played knight c5 and everything. He did play that, but there is a move that was actually recommended. which was actually a little interesting. Actually, like for instance, bishop captures c3, b captures c3, then queen f6. So if c captures d5, e captures d5, knight captures, pawn takes, and then not this move over here. Queen c2. Obviously not. You don't want the queen captures e4 because of like for example, I'll just show y'all. Um, I had to move back. If queen takes, then you still got queen captures c3, and after like I mean, let's say like rook d2, rook d8, it's not looking that good. Because then really all you have to do is go back to queen c2, and that's not a position that white wants. So that's why you don't take the pawn. But the move actually would be, like I said, the queen c2, and then after queen c2, then maybe bishop g4. But even after bishop g4, white still has like threats like rook d6 and stuff, and then he'll have to go back to bishop b6. So it's still fighting chances against both sides and everything. So that's how that is. But anyway, the move Janishi played was knight c5, and then as you like, for instance, knight c5, which was played, and then he attacking his queen, and now the queen had to go to queen c2, and then pawn d4, already hitting the knight and everything, and then Janishi decided to go knight f3 because the pawn can't take because the rook will be hitting the queen. But then Ding actually decided to push with pawn e5 and everything, in which he offers a pawn sacrifice, right? So knight captures e5, and then I I just gotta let y'all like see this for yourself, man. Like I want y'all to figure out what did Ding do? What is the move that he did? You can pause the video if you like, but this is outrageous. And the crazy part about this is the chess engine didn't even recommend the move that Ding is about to play. Nowhere in the engine does it recommend it at all. It's just crazy as heck. All right, so if y'all didn't figure it out, man, or if y'all did figure it out, then I guess y'all some really creative tacticians out of nowhere. Maybe y'all ain't humans or something. I don't know. But Ding actually played D capture C3. Yes, he played D capture C3. Now, what I thought was going to be played um, was at least Queen F6. The reason why I say this because with Queen F6, E catches D4, Bishop F5. Because I figure the light squares is pretty weak. The light square Bishop is on F1, which is rarely getting any play because it's blocked by the C4 pawn, and it's not like he can go Bishop D3 at this point. So Queen C1, uh, stuff like maybe Rook A E8, and then Bishop B2, Knight E4, still pinning the king or pinning the knight and everything, and then he can castle, Knight catches G3, Ace catches G3, Knight catches D4, Rook captures, Queen captures, Rook D5, and then Queen F6, and it's like Black still has like attacking chances, you know. So I know this is one of the variations that the engine actually recommend, but like I said, we are humans. We're not computers. We think differently. But anyway, after D captures C3, obviously Janishi decided to go Rook catches D8. B catches or C catches B2 with a check, as you can see with the dark square bishop checking the king. And obviously, the best move that the White King could really go is actually, well, this is what happened. Janishi actually played King E2, but this is my thing, and I want to really go back to it. If somebody sacrifice a piece, and and you take it, and then they take your queen, like what this just, oh my bad, y'all. Like what just happened. So he goes King E2, and then of course, Ding does take this, but when I was looking at this, I kind of felt like, why not go back to Rook D2? And I thought about this for a very, very, very long time. Why didn't he not go back to Rook D2? Yes, he's gonna lose um yes, he's gonna lose his what you call it, his rook and everything, but at least get something back from it. You know what I mean? So like even if the crazy part, y'all, this is actually pretty crazy. Because even if he does go bishop captures D2, he could still take back with the king. But at least he's getting a piece back. But obviously, if he goes back to Rook D2, I'm pretty sure Lane would have went Rook D8, and then at least Knight F3. I was thinking Knight F3. So if you're gonna take a piece, I mean, still get something back from it. Don't just give him a whole rook. That was what my thinking was. But then as I kept looking through, I remember this bishop G4 move, removing the defender off of that on D2. And the more I look at this position, the more I realize that Black really did have some stuff. Really had some stuff. And really, in that B2 pawn, you gotta take it. You're kind of forced to take it because if you don't take it, it's gonna cause more trouble. So after Queen catches on B2, Bishop catches F3, G catches F3, but then, and this is why I say Rook D2, because even after Rook catches D2, Queen catches, Bishop catches, King catches D2, now I just feel like, you know, even though White is not, I mean, he's kind of okay, but I still feel like Black still have an advantage even after that, which is just crazy to me. And what I'm saying is, after Rook D8 check, King C1, Knight B4, A3, obviously because he's attacking a pawn, and that's the really only place he can go, and then Knight D3 check. And it's not like, and if y'all know y'all end games, it's not like he could really go Bishop catches D3. Like he can't really just go Bishop catches D3 automatically because of Rook catches D3. And the reason why, because as you can see, this Rook is attacking his A3 pawn, and then Black is already threatening Rook C3 check, winning this C4 pawn. And as you see, we still have two pass pawns for Black that can potentially actually get down to the end of the board. And this rook still hasn't gotten a game yet. And then his bishop G3, it ain't really doing too much at all. Um, but that's what I'm saying. Even with King C1, Knight B4, A3, Knight D3, um, I wanted to show y'all. King B1, F5, and look at this move, F5, because right now he's about to trap his bishop, the dark square bishop. So that's why he's forced to take Rook captures D3, like I said, because he's about to attack the pawn on A3, H4, F4, um, E catches F4, G catches H4, and then Bishop captures, and then King G7, making sure that which is kind of like a prophylactic move, making sure that this dark square bishop don't really get any other squares or whatever. But then it's like I still feel like Black will still win because those pawns, those triple double pawns, is not going to do anything. The C4 pawn is going to be taken soon. The F3 pawn definitely going to be taken soon. And I just feel like Black has way more space and he has a way more advantage. So if Black play it right, he actually should win this end game. So that's just in my opinion when I look at this game. But if y'all have any other opinions, y'all could look at it otherwise. But anyway, Rook catches D8, Queen catches B2, and then Knight A4, hitting the Queen. And so he didn't do the Rook D2. I guess he didn't. Ding wasn't looking for that type of end game. He's trying to win this game. So Queen C2, Knight C3 check, King F3 check, Rook D4, which is an amazing move. As y'all can see, that obviously um, E can't capture this because of Knight catches D4, check hitting the Queen. and black is definitely like just winning overall, which is like crazy, right? So, but after rook d4, oh, this is another thing. I'm thinking something else I have to show y'all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But he also had to go h3 because here let me just show y'all real quick. E catches d4, and then I believe knight catches d4. I'm thinking there was something in there though, but maybe not. But I know h3 had to come in as well. It definitely had to come in. And then Ding Liren goes h5, bishop h2, g4 check, g3, rook d2. Another amazing move because as you can see where my arrow is pointing at, if the queen takes this rook, um, if this queen takes this rook, as you can see, the knight e4 check, and it will actually win that queen. Oh shoot! I don't know why I keep doing that. I don't know why. All right, but obviously, he doesn't take the queen, or he doesn't take the rook. He doesn't at all. Janishi actually goes queen b3, knight e4 check, and then um, Janishi or Nashi actually goes king h4. The thing is, what happened if he actually went to f4? And here's a great variation, which will probably shock y'all. Rook captures f2, sacrificing his knight. King captures e4, bishop f5 check, king d5, rook d8 check, and then as you see, white is pretty much hopeless because after knight d7, rook catches d7 check, bishop d6, and then rook catches d6 is checkmate, which is like crazy. And that's if he went to king f4. That's why you gotta pay attention on which square you go at, cause that one mistake, that one square you land, will lead to something like this. This is just nasty, 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 nasty. But anyway, the king goes to h4, bishop e7 check, as y'all can see. King captures h5, king g7, bishop f4, bishop f5, bishop a6 check, king h7, queen captures b7. As you can see, he's attacking the black knight on c6 twice with a knight on e5. With knight on e5, and then also with the queen on b7. Ding already sees that, so he just goes rook captures f2, bishop g5, and of course, as you can see, he doesn't go. Or the reason why he had to go bishop g5 was only due to the fact that, like for instance, um, let's say if queen captures on g6 and everything, then you will see that where is that at? This one, knight g3 would be checkmate. That's what that would happen. Knight g3 would have been checkmate if he decides to take that knight. All right. So, rook captures f2, which is like a crazy move. All right. Bishop g5, which is what Janishi or Janashi played, and then rook h8. Threaten a that discover check with king g8, as you can already see. But knight catches at 7, which white really ain't got nothing else to do because as you can see, black pieces is all around that king. And that king is like so cranked up, like tight as heck. You might also say he in the casket for real. So knight catches at f7, bishop g6 check, king g4, knight e5 check. And then just to let you know, after this knight e5 check, Janishi actually resigned after this. And the reason why he resigned, because after knight captures e5, bishop f5 check, king h5, king g7 check. And then after bishop a6, rook captures a6 is checkmate, which is just crazy, man. Yo, man, I'm telling you, man, it all started with that queen sacrifice. I'm telling you, man, Ding is not human. That dude is not human at all, man. He did some move that the computer engine didn't even recommend, which is just crazy. I'm telling you, man, this is like one of my favorite games, man. I just love it, man. But anyway, y'all, if y'all really enjoyed this video, please like, please share, please comment. Let me know what you think about the game and everything. Y'all have any other new ideas that y'all actually seen? Definitely post a comment below. And also, y'all, don't forget to subscribe, y'all. For real, man. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace.